Can you hear me? Yeah, that's awesome. Hi, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me okay at the back. Yes, excellent. Yay, we are here in person celebrating the Mission Legacy Awards. I'm very excited to be here today. So, good afternoon, everyone. And really welcome to this very special event that we hold here at St. Joe's every year, the Sisters of St. Joseph's of Hamilton Mission Legacy Awards. Before we begin today's ceremony, I would like to start off with giving our land acknowledgement. So we at St. Joseph's Healthcare Hamilton recognize that the lands on which we provide care are the traditional territories of the Haudenosaunee and Mississauga peoples. For thousands of years, the first people sought to steward the precious resources and share this land with others. These territories are the subject of the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Covenant, an agreement between nations to peaceably share and care for the lands around the Great Lakes. At St. Joe's Healthcare Hamilton, we pledge to continue to walk together with Indigenous peoples in building a more just society where their gifts and those of all people are nurtured and honored. So thank you. I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Melissa Farrell. I'm the president here at St. Joe's, and I've been here for 3.5 years. So this is my second Mission Legacy Awards in person. And just again, so grateful to be here and to be able to meet with so many of you today in person and to really celebrate this legacy. I want to begin by saying how pleased we are to be holding the event, as I mentioned, in person, but also virtually, so that we still have some members of our community that are still joining us virtually, and that's really to accommodate the comfort levels that we all have as we navigate these really unusual times still today. So as difficult as these last few years have been, we should honestly be so proud and feel so proud of the work that we have done to manage through these difficult circumstances. And we know we will all continue to succeed because of the bright minds and the dedication of our exceptional people, the staff, the physicians, the volunteers, the leaders we have here at St. Joe's. And it's truly exceptional people that bring us here today. The Mission Legacy Awards are much more than an opportunity to recognize a job well done. The 9 individuals and 3 teams we're honoring this afternoon have done more than what we ask of them. They've created, they have problem solved, they've given their time, they have endeavored to go a step further to the benefit of St. Joe's, their colleagues, and of course our patients. This level of dedication is very much in keeping with the mission, vision, and values of our founders, and the achievements of these individuals and teams are really worthy of celebration. At this moment, I would like to acknowledge the distinguished guests we have with us today. We are very privileged to be joined by the Most Reverend Douglas Crosby, who I know is going to speak, the Bishop of Hamilton. I'd also like to welcome Ms. Lynn McNeil, the chair of the St. Joseph's Hamilton Joint Board of Governors. And then, of course, we also have Liz here, Liz Buller, who is the president and CEO of St. Joe's Health System. Sister Ann Anderson will also, the chair of the St. Joe's Health System, will also be sharing a video message with all of us a little later as well. So thank you. Thank you for joining us today. As I mentioned, this afternoon truly is a celebration. 9 people in our organization, 3 teams, have been nominated by their peers for the hospital's highest accolade. And the people who work alongside them every day have seen their contributions and viewed their efforts as really truly honoring this legacy that I mentioned. And that manner of servitude is what links us to our founders, the Sisters of St. Joseph's of Hamilton, and the healthcare ministry they began more than a century ago. And the legacy of the sisters is much more than just an old story that we like to share and reference time to time. It's the principles that really guide our decisions each and every day here at the organization. And the leadership shown by those and these determined women was almost unheard of in the 1850s. They came to Hamilton that was truly a community in need at the time, and they supported that community without hesitation. They were resourceful, they were tenacious, as well as kind and compassionate. They demonstrated exceptional leadership, exceptional patient-centered care, exceptional vision, and today's recipients of this significant recognition carry with them the same values and honor the same mission as our founding sisters so passionately demonstrated. And those are of dignity, of respect, of service, of justice, of responsibility, as well as inquiry. And as the stewards of this legacy, let us begin this very exciting celebration. And I'd like to begin actually by inviting Lynn McNeil, our board chair, to provide remarks on behalf of the JBG.
Thank you, Melissa. On behalf of the Joint Board of Governors, it is indeed an honor to be here with you today as we recognize and celebrate the nominees and recipients of this year's Mission Legacy Awards. These awards recognize individuals and teams who go beyond the call of duty to contribute to the legacy and mission of the Sisters of St. Joe's Hamilton, a legacy of compassionate care, innovation, and service to those most in need in our community. This is a wonderful opportunity to showcase so many outstanding people who have dedicated their careers to St. Joe's and to hearing about their character, their achievements, and the positive impact that they have on their coworkers and all that they serve every day. As a faith-based organization, we are deeply rooted in the values that have been instilled by us by our founders. We're fortunate to have such a strong, solid identity to hold on to as we navigate through what has arguably been one of the most difficult times in healthcare in our lifetimes. We can say confidently that with our mission and values, we are flourishing as we witness the work and contributions of this group of people who hold so firm to our roots and the mission of the Sisters. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank all of the nominees and recipients today for their time, dedication, and commitment to St. Joe's, and for living our mission and values in their day-to-day work. I feel very proud and honored to be part of St. Joe's, as I know you do, and I'm grateful for the wonderful work that you continue to do in keeping the legacy of the Sisters of St. Joe's alive. You truly walk in the footprints of the Sisters. So again, on behalf of St. Joseph's Hamilton Joint Board of Governors, we thank you.
Thank you so much, Lynn. Really appreciate that. I would now like to call and invite the Most Reverend Douglas Crosby, Bishop of Hamilton, to provide remarks and a blessing of the recipients. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Great. Free at last, free at last. Thank you very much, Melissa. I'm very happy to be with you this afternoon, and it's been a long time since we have been together in person, and it feels good. Scary, but good. It provides me the opportunity to thank you all for the many services you've provided to our community during these past difficult years. You are all heroes to us. Thank you for your sacrifices. You've been a blessing for the city of Hamilton and beyond. Maybe I'm too close. I'm pleased to offer a prayer as we begin this wonderful Mission Legacy Award celebration, during which we honor certain members of the staff here at St. Joseph's. When one is honored, all are honored. This prayer was written by Pope Francis and was prayed throughout the year of St. Joseph, which went through 2021. Hail, guardian of the Redeemer, spouse of the Blessed Virgin Mary. To you, God entrusted his only Son. In you, Mary placed her trust. With you, Christ became man. Blessed Joseph, to us too, show yourself a father, and guide us in the path of life. Obtain for us grace and mercy and courage, and defend us from every evil. Amen. May the blessing of Almighty God come down upon the recipients of this award and remain with you forever. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for that blessing. We have a little video, I believe, that we're going to share from Sister Ann Anderson. As I mentioned, she's the chair of the Board of Directors for St. Joe's Health System. So I'll turn it over to that. Thanks, Johan.
Again this year, it is my pleasure and privilege to congratulate the recipients of the Mission Legacy Award on the behalf of the Board of Directors of St. Joseph's Health System and the Sisters of St. Joseph. As you know, when the first sisters came to Hamilton, their task was to assist in caring for the victims of the epidemic of cholera and typhus. 170 years on, you continue to distinguish yourselves by revisioning, recreating, and renewing our legacy in a new and challenging context, that of a global pandemic. And this year, we have a flu outbreak and a respiratory virus added to the challenge. Each of you brings the vision and legacy of those first sisters into the present through your creative service on the front lines. Excellent care, timely research, and above all, the selfless dedication exhibited daily as you continue above and beyond the normal expectations to create healing and hope as the rather bleak and seemingly endless winter descends upon us. Legacies are not artifacts to be boxed and put away, brought out for reverential viewing on state occasions. Rather, they are alive and vital, informing tomorrow. As we honor each of you, the new Sisters of St. Joseph, who hold fast to the values that define our culture and commitment, I thank you. Now, in this third century of service, it is each one of you that is busy writing the next chapter of our legacy. Every day, with new vision, new dreams, and new challenges in the service of the dear neighbor. Thank you to each and every one.
That's great. It's always so nice to be able to hear from Sister Anne. And I know if she could have, she would have been here in person today too. So this afternoon, each one of our award recipients will be presented with a personalized recognition plaque. So we've got them up here that highlights their contribution to St. Joe's Healthcare Hamilton, along with a pin that acknowledges this award. And I just want to tell the teams, because I know we've got some big teams here today, you're not all getting a plaque and a pin today. I promise you that we've got a whole process to get those pins out to each and every one of you as well. As we announce the names, we would kindly ask for the recipients to join us at the front of the room to receive their award, take a moment for a photo before returning to their seat. And now I'd like to invite each of our guest speakers back up to the front of the room to join us in presenting this year's Mission Legacy Awards. So Lynn and Liz, who will speak later, and then also the bishop. And Liz is just over here. You're the plaque giver. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to start with our first award recipient. I asked the family of Dr. Anthony Kerrigan to come forward. It's my understanding that we have both of his sons here, so Peter and Patrick, as well as Carol, Dr. Kerrigan's wife. Thank you so much for being with us here today. So I'll just read a little blurb. So Dr. Anthony Kerrigan applied his gifted talents to the care of patients with chronic diseases, particularly COPD. A pioneer, he created his own form of integrated care and was instrumental in the establishment of the palliative care outreach program. A leader by example, he demonstrated unfailing respect, patience, and empathy to people with complex conditions in a humane and gentle fashion. With overwhelming gratitude, we present this posthumous award. Did you want to say anything? Yes?
Thank you very much. Am I heard in the back of the room too? Okay. We're very humbled, and we've always been proud of Tony. This is indeed an amazing honor, and I think I know more about Tony now than I ever did. He was very humble, and he kept everything on the down low. So I thank you so very, very much for Tony. For the gift that God gave us of Tony. I thank the Lord every day, almost every minute of the day, because he helps me a lot down here, I'll tell you. So thank you so very much for putting Tony's name forward, and we're very blessed and honored. And I think our son Pete would like to say a few things. Thank you.
Just a big thank you, sincerely. We're honored to be here as part of the family. There's 5 kids and 2 can be here today. The only thing we would say is, and what we've learned since our dad's early passing, he should have had 20 more years of practice. But there needs to be more Tony Carrigans in this world, Dr. Carrigans. And for those of you that know him, please carry on his legacy of faith and medicine and putting patients first. And just a big thank you to everybody today on behalf of the Carrigan family. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Those were wonderful words. We've also learned don't touch the microphones, so I guess that's, for anyone else, I guess. Hey, I did it first, so yeah. And also whoever is speaking, they can take off their mask. I probably should have shared that as well in advance. So the next Mission Legacy Award is going to Dr. Azim Ganji. Hi there, Azim. An esteemed nephrologist. An esteemed nephrologist, Dr. Azim Ganji has earned the trust and respect of those in his care through his warm, gentle nature. As Vice President of Education at St. Joe's, his influence on healthcare curriculum ensures a solid foundation for learners while positioning St. Joe's as an academic leader. His commitment to developing exceptional care providers is in keeping with the mission of our founders and worthy of this recognition. And Dr. Ganji, Azim, you also have a moment here if there's anything you wanted to say. He always has something to say, it's true.
Surprised you wouldn't ask me that question. Okay. And don't go over 2 hours. So. Excellent. Thank you very much. Actually, I was actually one of Dr. Carrigan's students, and I cannot imagine anybody that is more deserving of this award, to be honest. So just an amazing role model to all of us. Personally, I'm so honored and humbled to be the recipient of this very special Mission Legacy Award, and I really want to thank the individuals that nominated me and the committee as well. I'm really so fortunate to work in such an outstanding organization, such a unique one, one that really refers back to its history, right from the executive team right down to every individual when I work with in the clinical setting, and refers back to its values, enjoying and appreciating embodying the legacy of the sisters. And every day I have the opportunity to work with such compassionate and caring individuals whose work and practice really exemplify our hospital's values of dignity and respect and service, justice, responsibility, and inquiry. And about 2.5 years ago, St. Joe's introduced the role of the Vice President of Education. And at that time, one of my expectations was to highlight that St. Joe's is not only a hospital, but we are an outstanding academic health science center. And you may not know, but there's about 4,000 learners that come across in our building every year. And we not only teach these individuals how to provide good care, but we do so based on our values of our organization. And that's really what sets us apart from everybody else. And that's what makes us so special and unique. So in the end, I want to conclude by thanking so many of you over here who are equally deserving of this award. All those who I work with in providing patient care, the nurses, the healthcare professionals, the support staff, the learners, and the physicians. Our innovative Department of Education and Learning that has really done so much in such a short period of time in highlighting us as an outstanding academic health science center, and all of you who would make time to teach our learners who come across and be such wonderful role models to them. The executive leadership team for always being so supportive and encouraging of our academic initiatives, no matter how wild they are sometimes.
They're wild.
Yeah. My family, who really are my true supports and without whom I would not be here. And most importantly, to my patients, who are so special and dear to me, and who provide me their support and their trust and the opportunity to look after their health and really participate in their journey. And I'm so deeply honored and humbled. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's wonderful, Azim. And he does have some great ideas, wild and crazy ideas. Excellent, that's wonderful. Our next recipient is Stephanie Trowbridge, also someone many of you will know. In a career spanning more than 3 decades, Stephanie Trowbridge has held positions at St. Joe's from the front line to senior management. Most recently, in the last year, she took on the role of interim executive director of the Research Institute. And through her guidance, she managed to inspire, motivate, and instill a confidence in her team that no challenge was insurmountable. Her enthusiasm for the Sisters' mission makes her an invaluable St. Joe's leader. So congratulations, Stephanie. I'm finding this so hard, I want to hug everybody. Anyway. Okay, Steph, well, mic's for you.
This is going to be short and sweet. Many of you that know me, I usually have a lot of words, but today I don't. I feel very humbled and honored. It's been such a blessing to be a part of this family for 32 years. Azim, when I was watching you, I remembered my first time that I started working here in nephrology. I watched you as a student. The gray hair, 32 years, and I would keep doing it over and over again. So thank you for everything. It's been a true honor.
That's lovely. Our next award recipient is the next award is being presented to Julia Baxter. So Julia exemplifies the legacy of the Sisters of St. Joseph's. She is passionate about providing the best mental health care for seniors, advocating at regional and provincial discussion tables, not afraid to take on a challenge. Julia volunteered in long-term care settings during the pandemic. She has the ability to convey a positive outlook regardless of the circumstances and sees adversity as an opportunity to make things better. Congratulations, Julia. The mic is over to you.
Touch the mic? No. Yeah, exactly. I think we know. So thank you very much, Melissa. The first thing I'd like to say is that thank you to those very special people who nominated me for this award. You know who you are. And deepest congratulations to fellow recipients. Quite an honor, actually. Taking a pause to reflect, I realize that the Sisters of St. Joseph's and the St. Joseph's Health System have been part of my life for a long time and have guided my path. A few steps on that path. My grandmother, Nellie, worked at St. Mary's in Kitchener in the kitchen and was cared for later in life by St. Joe's in her home. My dad dropped off my mom at the front door of St. Mary's, where she was received by a sister. At that time, the men didn't go in. They went to work. And later I was born. I worked at St. Joe's in Guelph, and so did Sam and does Erica, both our children. And my husband actually volunteered there too. My path continued and brought me to St. Joe's in Hamilton, where my passion for seniors' mental health was truly ignited and inspired. This award is really a team award. I'm privileged to be part of a most special and exceptional group of colleagues and friends in the Seniors Mental Health Service, together doing work that one colleague, Peggy, said can only be described as a vocation and a calling. I believe there's an inspiration and a deep connection to the Sisters of St. Joseph. I see, hear, am told stories, and have the privilege of contributing to actions of advocacy, faith and hope, compassion, courage, and profound generosity each and every day. Thank you to my seniors' mental health work family, to friends and colleagues in the mental health and addiction program, and to our inspired and oh so hardworking leaders at St. Joseph's. That's Melissa, Cheryl, Maxine Lewis, and many, many others, and just even past and present directors, Peter, Randy, Marilyn. And lastly, I want to lovingly acknowledge and thank my family, who are here, as they have faithfully fostered and enabled my contributions.
Wonderful, Julia. Such amazing relationship to St. Joe's Health System. So thank you for that. I'd now like to call on Kathy Praksovics. For almost 4 decades, Kathy dedicated her working life to the pharmacy at St. Joe's Healthcare Hamilton. She was a mentor, always patient-focused. Her work was exemplary, thorough, and precise. She was a mentor to colleagues and an award-winning member of the pharmacy research team. Generous with her time, Kathy volunteered with Haiti relief efforts and organized celebratory events for pharmacy staff families. She has been missed every day since her retirement in 2021. So congratulations, Kathy.
I have my little cheat sheet. Usually people know that don't usually have a lack of things to say. It is truly an honor to receive this award, and I am truly, truly humbled to be a recipient. I'd like to congratulate all the other award recipients. This is, I don't know, elite sort of group, and I feel very blessed to now be in that group. I'd like to thank the selection committee for that, and I'd like to thank also a dear friend who couldn't be here today, Rini Valvasori, who was a friend, mentor, and colleague who, when I first started 37 years ago, was always there and fostered a lot of things for me. Also got me involved in the work with the International Outreach Program in Haiti, and I thank Dr. Dauphin also for being privileged to work with so many people in that program as well. And I'm very grateful today that I have some of my family, especially my mom, and some of my dearest friends to share in this special occasion. And I need to thank everyone, the multitudes of people that I have worked with throughout the years, and I always said you work, but you get to know people too, and that's what I always tried to put forth to those people up and coming also, to get to know people, to get to know other staff. You're not just in the pharmacy, you're out and about in the pharmacy, and that makes a difference when you have that human connection to people. It really is an honor to and privilege to have been serving the hospital for this many years, and I am really, really humbled. Thank you very much.
Thank you for those words. You know we're hiring, right? Just wanted to share that with you. The next award goes to Francis Sepula. Is that right? You'll have to tell me. I've done a terrible job at that. You'll have to tell me when you get here. And I swear I even tried beforehand to check all the names. So Zapula. Oh, I was way off. Francis, thank you so much. Francis embarked on a lifetime vocation as a nurse in 1982, devoting most of her career to the schizophrenia service at St. Joe's. As a clinician, she made it a priority to guide patients through their journey to recovery, and later she focused on mentorship as a nurse educator. After a brief retirement, she again answered the call, this time returning to the schizophrenia service to meet the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's so nice to see you again, so thank you. Excellent. We coffee chatted recently.
Yes. So I too can go on for quite some time, but I've just written a few words to say thank you. I'd like to begin by thanking the Sisters of St. Joseph for laying the foundation for the values that we hold in such high regard here at St. Joe's. It's such a privilege to work in an organization like St. Joe's. I've been blessed. Thank you to all the physicians, staff, and volunteers that I've had the pleasure of working with over the years. I've been very fortunate to work with people who have been passionate about working with people diagnosed with mental health and addiction issues and who do such great work. It's so inspiring. Thank you to Brendan Carmichael, Alexandra Krause, Christopher Walker, and Heather Saunders for nominating me. It was really a pleasant surprise, and it's truly the icing on the cake in my career. And finally, thank you to my family, and in particular my husband, who have always been so supportive of me in everything that I do. I love you all very, very much. Thank you. I'm so honored.
Thank you so much. The next award goes to Brenda Helpard. Brenda has devoted close to 4 decades with St. Joe's, working in the Department of Laboratory Medicine. During her tenure as a lab technologist, Brenda was meticulous, always performing with precision. She embraced leadership positions within her team and intuitively adopted the mission of our founders by offering her skills to the broader community, specifically working with the Nunavut Department of Health in their efforts to support remote northern communities. Congratulations, Brenda.
Well, thank you very much. It is such an honor to be a part of the award ceremony today. And I'm so very thankful for all the support I receive to make my work possible. I think of Ashley, who books and rebooks all my site visits in Nunavut, so I have a roof over my head. Being able to work with Brian Guest, who's been such a wonderful mentor. My family, who's here with me today, and my husband, Mike, who makes sure the cat and dog are fed when I'm up in Nunavut. My plants, we need to talk. A big thank you to our Hamilton Regional Med Lab program. Having access to experts here, such as virology, has just been amazing, and having worked in the St. Joe's Core Lab for many years, I'm so fortunate to be able to reach out to technologists and technicians who are so willing to help out in many ways. It's very encouraging that when I am in Nunavut, that I have a whole team, St. Joe's team here, supporting our program. Working at St. Joe's for the last over 35 years, I started as a high school student in housekeeping. I was a clinical student here in the Med Lab program and worked with the International Outreach Program with Haiti, and now being part of the Nunavut Project. It's been such a privilege, and I'm so thankful for all the wonderful opportunities I've had and continue to have. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brenda. The next Mission Legacy Award recipient is Claudia Rodrigues. Claudia, unfortunately, is unable to come today, but she is, it's my understanding, she's watching from home. So a big shout out to Claudia. Claudia has been an integral part of the St. Joe's Health Information Management Department for over 20 years. While her professional practice merits recognition, it's her ability to take on the unexpected that makes her worthy of this honor. As a comment to Nunavut, again, another Nunavut recipient, to provide managerial oversight coincided with the pandemic, and Claudia established a COVID call center and during a water crisis, ferried residents to a nearby river for fresh water collection. So unbelievable service by Claudia. So thank you, Claudia. I think Bill's here, so I'd like to invite Bill Walker to the front to receive his award. There he is, there. The mask. It's so wonderful to see you. So in June 2014, Bill began his 3 consecutive terms with the St. Joe's Foundation Board of Directors. During his tenure, the foundation has raised more than $94 million and granted nearly $70 million to support the mission of St. Joe's. Bill's strong governance skills, tireless advocacy, and networking abilities helped cultivate new relationships, advancing our fundraising efforts. Like the Sisters of St. Joseph's, he reflects the values of courage, compassion, and honesty, and you definitely deserve this one, Bill, so thank you.
I too will try not to touch the mic here. When I got my original instructions on this day, I was told no comments, which is, people who know me, is probably something that most people will appreciate. So I haven't prepared any notes, but I do, like my fellow recipients, want to say I'm honored and humbled by this award. I want to thank, obviously, the committee and the foundation for nominating me. I did say to the foundation, I thought this may have been a mistake, because when I look at some of my fellow recipients here, I'm not so sure I should be in the same group, but I am honored, and thank you very much. I started my role with St. Joe's as a grateful patient of Eddie Matsumoto. I asked him on my last when I got my pass off, saying, is there anything I could do? He had been trained well by the foundation and immediately sent me over. And Dana was on my doorstep, and the rest, they say, is history. They haven't let go since. And it's been a wonderful trip for me, and I'm glad I can contribute, and I hope I have a few more years at it. So thank you very much.
Way to go, Dana. There you go. We're going to start with the team award recipients now, too. So would Dr. Clara Liu and Toby Olaye, if that's right, please come forward. That's great. Thank you. So excited to tell you about this. So this physician team, these residents that we're honoring today are honoring the Sisters' legacy through their commitment to improving race and ethnicity-based data collection at St. Joe's. Initially, a research project to compare race and ethnicity data with COVID case counts highlighted a gap in the information that was currently collected from the organization, and they have since established appropriate data collection to align with provincial and national standards, despite their long hours of clinical rotation placements. So really want to say thank you and congratulations to the whole group. I know not everyone was able to participate today, but for the incredible work that you're doing, so thank you. Want to say anything? Yeah, come say.
Hi, I'm Clara. I just wanted to convey my sincere thanks for this honor on behalf of our team. We have Dr. Toby Olaya here, as well as Dr. Aisheng Tago and Curtis Sobchak could not make it today, but they are very honored. And just want to also convey our sincere thanks to our wonderful mentor, Dr. Madeline Berhofsek, who's been with us all the way. It's our passion and our honor to be carrying out the work of St. Joe's Hospital in seeking justice and walking humbly in the search for kind of an anti-racist cause and Indigenous health, both within and outside these hospital walls. Thank you.
I have been told Dr. Ribic is here, and he is here. You're doing it. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, the masking is really getting to me. Thank you. Please come up. That's great. It's my understanding that you're going to accept the award for the whole team, but there's a lot of the team here, so we were hoping folks would maybe stand so we can give the full recognition. This is to the members of the kidney transplant team. The transplant team is an exceptional multidisciplinary group who have worked tirelessly advocating for continued access to kidney transplant due to the pandemic. COVID-19 has had a significant impact on patients with renal disease. To safeguard their well-being, the team called and wrote to 1,500 post-transplant patients to ensure they had access to vaccines, available therapies, and counseling. And their level of commitment and compassion is really, truly worthy of this recognition. So congratulations to the whole team. And so glad so many of the team members were able to participate today.
I know that Kim Young, our transplant manager, and myself are just very humbled and honored to accept this award on behalf of our team in renal transplantation. It's said that it takes a village to raise a family and to raise a child. I can say that it takes a village to help a patient and provide excellent care in their journey to renal transplantation. And that village is a caring, compassionate, multidisciplinary village that is known as our renal transplant team. It's comprised of transplant nephrologists, pre-transplant coordinators, nurses, post-transplant coordinators, nurses, our renal transplant pharmacists, our social workers, our team on the inpatient ward, including nursing staff, our deceased donor coordinators on call, our HLA lab, our perfusionists on call, the surgical team, our surgeons, administrators, our fellows, our transplant ambassadors, which are volunteers to share their story with vulnerable patients and help them in their road to transplantation. And we all work together collaboratively, all of us. So to the whole transplant team, congratulations on excellent work. I know the last 2 years have been very challenging. The last 3 years have been very challenging, but you've been dedicated to patient care and particularly to ensure that the most vulnerable population gets the care that they need and get to transplant. So thank you so much to St. Joseph's for supporting transplantation. We are so honored again to accept this and to follow in the very big footsteps of the Sisters of St. Joseph. Thank you.
That's wonderful. And finally, last but not least, and this time I was only given first names, the group that is coming up is, my understanding, is Joy, Jen, and Zane. I'm assuming that's Dr. Shagla. And this award is going to the Monoclonal Antibody Therapy Clinic. So the monoclonal antibody clinic at St. Joe's truly illustrates the hospital's distinguished reputation for innovation. It was here where the Ministry of Health established a pilot clinic to support early COVID treatment. Operationalizing the clinic took strategic planning and coordination to accommodate local patients and those outside of our region. New drugs and developing therapies necessitated the team's quick adaptability. The efforts of this small, dedicated team prevented many hospital admissions and truly saved lives. So congratulations to this team. First in the country and one of the largest still, I believe. So yes.
Thank you. And I just wanted to thank everyone that's been involved with this. This was just a pipe dream that Dr. Ingram and a couple of us had thought of back in the summer last year when these drugs were coming to the market. And there were a lot of individuals and that couldn't really put it together on how to get this delivered to patients. The hospital executive team gave us the support to really develop this, and we had an incredible team of nurses, pharmacy, clinical services, Dovetail and clinical informatics, and just a lot of stakeholders in the transplant program and others really making this successful. And I really am proud of the team to be just so compassionate to patients across all genres and all vaccines and everything else, and really just providing dedicated patient-centered care as we innovated throughout all of this. So thank you very much, and thank you for the honor.
So those are our recipients. I was hoping you would just bear with me for a moment. I was hoping we might actually be able to take a selfie. This is so like 5 years ago, but anyway. Can you just... We're in the room together. I'm so excited. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I am going to turn it over to Liz, who I know has some comments that she wants to make, but truly appreciate everyone supporting these amazing award recipients today. So over to you.
Thank you, Melissa, and good afternoon, everyone. And I know you're waiting to get your box of cookies, so I will be brief. Seriously, thanks everyone for taking the time to join today. This is my first time attending these Mission Legacy Awards, having just joined the St. Joe's Health System just 4 months ago. And what a privilege it is to attend such an incredibly inspiring event, seeing the caliber of the people who serve here at St. Joe's, and also hearing the wonderful stories that take place here at St. Joe's Healthcare Hamilton. We're very fortunate to be able to recognize the outstanding contributions by exceptional individuals and team members who continue to live the legacy that's been spoken of today. And I'm honored to say Mission Legacy Awards are handed out at all our partner membership organizations across the St. Joe's Health System. And over the past year, we felt it was really important to share the names of all the award winners to the system, but also to our broader communities that we serve. And you can find all those names of the Mission Legacy Award winners on the health system website, and I do invite you to take a look at that and the incredible work that happens across the entire system. To this year's recipients, I want to extend my personal thanks. As was mentioned earlier, this is the highest honor bestowed by St. Joseph's, but the nominations come from your peers. They have seen in you something that is deserving and embodies the ideals of the courageous sisters who came before us. Your actions give us all action and time to pause and consider, do I have more in myself to give? Let's give the groups today who got their awards another final round of applause. That concludes the formal part today. I was asked to invite the recipients back up for some additional pictures in addition to that fine selfie. I said you have to be young and you have to have long arms to know how to do selfies. And then just remind everybody to pick up your Mission Legacy Award cookie box on your way out. Thanks again for the time today.
I did, just before everyone goes, it's so exciting. If you check under your chair and you find a green mark, these flowers are yours to take home. One of these bouquets is yours to take home. Thank you all.